Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I think most of you have heard about BTS, Blackpink, Descendant of the Sun, or maybe Crash Landing on You with its iconic love story. The things that I have mentioned before are all great hits. They came from South Korea, they came from Asia, not from Western, yet they got a lot of attention. And this is what they call as Korean Wave. Basically, Korean Wave is the increase in global popularity of South Korean culture such as K-pop and K-drama. They have great connoisseurs. Nevertheless, many say that their fans are toxic and the Korean word which refers to Korean Wave is full of negativity. So, in this occasion, I would like to present that Korean Wave does influence in positive ways. To begin with, I will talk about how Korean Wave affects mental health, and then how the artists are being the inspirations and role models, and then last I will talk about their contribution in the world change movement. In the first place, the Korean Wave affects mental health. We all know that mental health matters. People are struggling on their own and they are trying to survive in this world. They also have their own coping mechanisms. And for some people, Korean world or Korean wave is their way to go. There's a good friend of mine who has been dealing with a mental disorder. She felt empty and had no interest in anything until she found the K-pop boy group. Since then, she became more talkative and good at making friends, especially with those who have the same interests as her. It leaves her mood and condition even better. This has been proven by the research conducted in 2019 by the National University of Singapore that says the fans mention that K-pop distracts them from negative thoughts and serves to provide comfort and healing. In addition, the artists are also aware of mental health so that they educate and motivate their fans to put themselves first on their happiness and just be themselves. So, this indicates that K-pop is beneficial in saving people's lives and decreasing the number of mental disorder survivors. Secondly, the artists are being the inspirations and role models. In Korean industry, there is a system to train the people who will work as an entertainer. Many of them have the same dreams and goals, but not each of them can get the same chance to make it true. They have to work hard, they have to sacrifice for a few years in order to be selected by the company to debut. Some of the debuted artists are even continue their study to get their degree while working as artists. They know how hard it is to pursue the dreams they have dreamed of, so they keep motivate their fans to study and work hard and to fight for their dreams as well. And their faith and fighting spirit has inspired the fans to work and study hard. As the result, the fans have high motivation to fulfill their dreams. In addition, the Korean wave also influenced the creativity of the fans by being the content creator. The fans take the advantage, the opportunity to promote their favorites. However, although the fans and the idols' relationship are usually seen as one-sided, the other presence for the fans itself is the support system that pushes them to do their best. Last but not least, I will talk about how the Korean wave contributes in the world change movement. As I said before, that Korean wave have great connoisseurs. They have held world tours and the tickets had always sold out. It shows how supportive and loyal the fans are, and it attracts the world attention. Therefore, many of its artists are appointed as ambassadors in particular world change movement. For example, BTS was appointed by the South Korean president at the moment as the special envoy for the 2021 United Nations General Assembly. Other than that, they were also interviewed for sustainable development goals that target the young generation's awareness. The Korean wave took an important role in campaigning the world change movement because they know for its global popularity, their supportive fans and the large number of young fans. To summarize, the Korean wave has another side that has not been seen by some people. It is affecting mental health in a good way. Besides the presence of the artist itself, is the support system as a motivator and inspiration. And Korean wave does not only say beneficial on psychology, but also has a great impact in campaigning the world change movement. As a closing statement, I have to say this: everything has two sides, and in order to give your opinion objectively, you have to see something thoroughly. So, do you still think that Korean wave is full of negativity? You have to consider that. This all from me. I hope it is useful and insightful. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.